Christopherleonjohnson here, and happy Wednesday morning from City Hall, Brooklyn Bridge. And today I want to do a live video because yesterday I decided to go record my video 4K, and I did a video that morning outside City Hall for the Eric Adams rally, and I wasn't able to get inside because they made everybody RSVP, and I think everybody knows that they not let me in the rally. And the respect of one of the cops that know who I was, I know him. He's a good guy because he helped me out before, and he actually said, "Yo, you going?" Yeah, I was. I'm not going to disrupt the rally. I wasn't going to heckle from the park. I think they were expecting that shit, but I did it because I have a conscience and I respect the cops. So I didn't want to go out there and disrupt the rally. So prevent that even from the park. I had the right to do that because I wasn't on the plaza, but I didn't disrupt. I actually have respect for people, and respect goes a long way. So we're here at City Hall Park, and looks like there's a few shirts of the Union shirts, DC 37. Then you have Eric Adams motorcade right there. City Hall Plaza. I want to have a little talk about some stuff because wanted to see, will they have the truck at City Hall Plaza around what's that area again? What's that area? Broadway and Murray, and they do have the what they call the crap again?
So there's a guy that works out at
the wire, the glider. So there's gonna be a rally today. I don't know. Will it be around right now or later? This guy here. I don't know, but they had the divider there. So expect me a rally today at City Hall. I see DC 37 around the area. But I want to make a conversation about a bill that's in the city council that has been passed with a supermajority. And the bill is called Intro 1135, which will mandate that Instacart start paying the deliveristas the minimum wage. And if they don't, minimum wage for deliveristas, and the wage is $21.44 an hour. Now I think you see the picture, the screenshot for the thumbnail on your, if you want to just click it, and you see the article posted by Street Blog today, which was today, probably early in the morning, sleeping and shit, whatever. And I want to explain about I'm gonna give my opinion about that bill. And I'm gonna give my opinion about this, right? About the minimum wage stuff, right? This is my opinion about the minimum wage, right? And I'm still not gonna change it. I think that I'm not against people making a living wage in the city. I'm never gonna be against that. I'm not gonna be against a busboy making the minimum wage in the city. I'm not gonna be against a bus girl, dishwasher making $25. I would never be against that. Never ever be against that. But what happened, and this is what's happening here, and I've been said this for years, and people could get mad. That's why a lot of them got mad at the DWCP. I'm on their shit list, and I know I'm on their shit list because every time the DWCP commissioner give me he gave me a nasty look. So I have a big feeling I'm on a shit list. I'm on the DWCP shit list because there's a reason that they can't do a lot of things because of me, and it's whatever. So what happened? Morning. What happened was a few years back, the city council passed a bill by Brad Lander, who was then the council member, who is now the controller of New York City, to give the minimum wage to the baristas for Grubhub, Uber, and DoorDash, and Relay, to the point that all the apps sued the city council because they don't want to pay that money to any deliverista. I was out there with a couple with the opposition guys, and we heckled the rally. We did a lot. We heckled it. We all hell broke loose, and to the point where I think everybody in politics, New York City politics, New York State politics to be exact, know the situation, what happened that day. And I regret that day where me and the guys, after the court date, we followed the executive director of Worker Justice Project, Liga Galapa, from the courthouse at 60 Center Street all the way to the Canal Street station, the J line. And you gotta understand, like we chased her all the way around because she had security guards. She had like two armed security guards with her that I think Brad Lander hired. And we chased her all the way around. So if you ever see, like, let's say like you want to do the long route to Canal. I know the short of the Canal. I could just cut up through fucking Century and I'm around Canal. But I'm talking about we did the long route. We all took the long route with her, and we all took the long route with her. And the long route was we go on the side block of Century Street, the side block of Century Center, side block of Century Center. Then you swing around, you go up, hit Park Row, where One Police Plaza is at, where the entrance is at. And then we went all the way up by the Bank of America, went all the way up to the Bowery, by the bridge. And then we cut down Canal, heading down the strip of Canal. And to the point where I said things that I should never said. And I threatened her, and I said a lie. I'm not going to deny it. I will never deny it to my grave. I'll always admit that. And it happened, and shit went down, and the video got out to the point where I got kicked off community board, my community board, and by the borough president, Brooklyn borough president. I was on Brooklyn Community Board 8, and then I got my press pass for 30 days. They were trying to revoke it like for 6 months, but I'm gonna keep it 100% that with that situation, it's a life lesson, and it was a big life lesson of what you don't do, and it's something where it's going to be something in my life that I could never ever shake off, right? It's something that I regret. It's something that I'm trying to make it right with her with that situation. And that's the thing. But going forward with everything with this whole bill, we're making my opinion about like I said, about the minimum wage, right? About the minimum wage bill, right? That I'm really against the minimum wage for the deliveristas, and I'm gonna explain why. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not anti-labor. I'm not anti none of that bullshit. I'm gonna explain why I'm really against that bill, and I'm gonna explain why, because the rollout, the way it was rolled out, was really unscrupulous and done without a lot of people's approval. And the only people they consulted with was the Worker Justice Project for the minimum wage. And people in the city have to understand in politics, like all the insiders know, I'm an insider, I know this shit. But people that's on the outside, people that's like casuals, like casual people in politics in New York City, that might want to know, like, well, why the cop car right here? I mean, like, they drive a gas car instead of electric. I know a lot of people want electric cars. Well, why there's no parking, like, why the parking spaces are, why they got parking? You know what I'm saying? Like, why they have, like, shitty, messed up as trash cans, and, you know, like, well, why is our streets not clean? I mean, people like that, casual people in politics, right? What happens is that the way it works is that there's always a certain sect of people that makes all the decisions for the rest of us, for everything they could think of. They make all the decisions for us. They make all the decisions for us, and all the politicians and the media listens to those sects. And the sects that I'm talking about are the nonprofits that get money from the budgets, from the city council budget, the state assembly, the state budget, the executive budgets. That's who they listen to, are the nonprofits. The city government, and I'm talking about the city council, the state assembly, state senate, the mayor's office, the public advocate, all these agencies, they only listen to the nonprofits. And the nonprofits are the ones that set the tone of how the city is going to be ran. So if, let's say right here, right, they'll call this low density housing, right? A low density building. If they want to knock this place down and convert it to housing, you know who will be the main app, the people they'll listen to that get it pushed through? Or the nonprofits like Open Europe for All and Transportation Alternatives and Open Plans, not the community. So you gotta, people gotta understand that there's always a nonprofits that make all the decisions for the rest of us. And a majority of these nonprofits, majority of them are really corrupt. They only out for themselves, and they only care about lining their pockets up. That's all they care about. So going forward, what happened with the minimum wage in 2021, when it got really passed in 2023, where the mayor signed it with Ligia and all those people, where Ligia and Gustavo and all those people in Los Angeles were the main ones that they only went to say, this is best for the city and best for the Laristas, where there was a mass majority of the Laristas that didn't want the minimum wage, because they know with a minimum wage that it hurts into their pockets, because everybody in the city with a brain will know that the apps are greedy. The apps are greedy. Uber is greedy, Lyft is greedy, DoorDash is greedy, all of them are greedy. And let me go over here. All of them are greedy. And all the apps are greedy. And all they care about is lining their pockets up, and if you ever take an Uber during the rush hour, you start understanding that you paying more money during rush hour, or during the rain, or during the snow, or during certain hours or times than other days. Now, back to everything, that the apps are really greedy. But the thing is that the Laristas, the ones that do it full time, the ones that do it full time, the ones that really did it full time, they knew that the minimum wage would have destroyed their chances of really making a living in the city, and it really was going to open up later on to ICE and many other things that they don't want to be open up to, because the apps are always going to find a way to not pay people, find a way to make it like, well, if you want this to get this amount of money, you got to really justify it through bureaucratic bullshit, bureaucratic process. And a lot of the guys been warned this for years, and the city never listened. They only listened to Los Angeles, Liga Galapa, and that time it was Gustavo and Manny Ramirez. Manny left that. Manny was part of the people that was pushing this stuff too, and he left because of that shit. He knew this was gonna be a bad rollout. Like, a lot of people who didn't agree with this stuff, and the people that didn't agree were some dangerous people, dead ass. So when that happened, the city didn't give a fuck. They didn't listen. They only listened to Los Angeles, and the bill passed. The mayor signed it. Now it's law. Now look what happened. There's a lot of the Laristas that can't even get fucking work because the schedule's already been taken. And the thing about it is that I'm gonna keep on going forward about what happened with this Larissa laws. Like a lot of the guys that can't do it because all the schedules have been taken. JQ could explain to you what happened. That he can't even get JQ LLC could explain to you that he can't even get a fucking schedule because of this stuff. If I had this, JQ could explain he can't even get a goddamn schedule because of of this law, right? Now, the city sued. No, the app sued. They lost. They bowed out because they want to spend that money on the cables and worth it. But they did their thing and got around the provisions, and they say, you know what? All right, we'll pay minimum wage. We'll pay like minimum wage. Now, and I've been said this, like, yo, this is going to open up these guys to ICE. This is going to open up a lot of can of worms that nobody want to be able to do it. And I've been saying this, and nobody listened. Okay, all right, whatever. So look what happened in the years to come since 2023. Because of that, the apps now say that if you want a minimum wage, you have to, the minimum wage, $21 an hour now. You have to do a certain amount of deliveries, like a quarter amount of deliveries, to order to get the pay. And you know what happens is that if these guys get about 10, they have to do at least like 7 deliveries or 8 deliveries, you have to do it in a record amount of time like this guy. You know what I mean? He got to blow a full-blown red light. You got to do this stuff. He ain't blow red light, but let's say hypothetically, you got to blow red lights and all this like that, put people in danger, put people at risk, just make those deliveries so you get your quota. And look what happens. Now people get hit, people die, people get killed, all this shit happens to them because of stuff, to the point where because of this stuff, and these guys use e-bikes like that. That's an e-bike. The commissioner now, Jessica Tisch, now put a thing, like a law, like a rule, where anybody get busted going over the speed limit or breaks any cycling rules, get a Class C summons. So a Class C summons means instead of you going to traffic court, you got to go here to 1 Center Street to the back on the 64th. So I'm gonna go around and show you what I'm talking about, because I'm already around here. Just a little stroll, a little bored. So there's a hearing at 10:30 with the Land Use Committee. I'm gonna go over there and see what that's about. But I'm gonna show you right now where you're gonna go to if you ever go to Class C summons. If you go to Class C summons, you gotta go to 1 Center Street, or go to straight 1 Center Street. 1 Center Street, 16th floor. So I want to get by. Sorry about that. Yeah. So yeah. You see here, like I said, you break a traffic rule, like you gotta be wearing helmets. That go to 1 Citrus Street on the 16th floor. So I'm gonna go around before we get out of here. Yeah, so it's something where in danger. It put a lot of these people in danger. So look at this, right? So this is it right here. Like, this is crazy shit. Look at this. It's open now or what? It's not even open. See, this is the crazy thing, right? Crazy thing, like, yeah, 1 Century Street, 16th floor. This is where you gotta go. What's up, guys? This is where you gotta go. I think this guy's a little barista right here. He has his helmet on. And it's crazy. Look at it's crazy shit. What's up, guys? So this is where you gotta go to when you ever get a Class C summons for blowing a red light. When you ride an e-bike, or you blow a red light with an e-bike, or like you break a cycling law. This is where you gotta go to see a judge. You gotta go here, 16th floor, all the way upstairs. And the funny thing about it, I've been before, and I don't want nobody to ever go to this crap. And explain what happened. I don't want nobody to go to this shit. Nobody to go to this crap. And yeah, nobody to go to this crap. Nobody. And look at the people that's here. It's mostly black and Latino. It's rare by white people, but there's mostly black and Latino, and you have some few little South Asians. But like, you gotta go here. This is called the New York City Criminal Court Summons Operations. So you gotta go to metal detector. You gotta go all the way up, you gotta take your shit off, your shit on, go all the way to the 16th floor, all the way to the top, and go to another metal detector, and shit like that. That's what you gotta go through. For what, a Class C summons? But this is where you gotta go to. Because of what happened with this minimum wage, a lot of these guys and gals now have to go and go to a judge. Because they get, let's say like you're an e-bike rider, and you dead ass desperately like you meet your quota. You desperately got to meet your quota. And if you don't meet your quota, you don't get minimum wage. So these guys and gals are forced to break a lot of these laws when it comes to cycling. to get that quota. And look what happens now. They get a Class C summons, and they gotta go here, and it's almost 10. It's almost 10 o'clock. See something? 10. It's 10:10. 10:10 be exact. They not open yet? They not open? They not. Oh, you know. They not open yet, guys? They not open? They not open? They not open. Oh, that's how it is. It's that crowded. People gotta be outside. 500 people. This is how it is in New York City. Like this is the system, right? This is the system where like people get a Class C summon. They can't even go in here to stay. That's how it is. Like people gotta stand. Like this is what happens where like there's people go through many things, disorderly conduct, all this type of crap, all this type of stuff, disorderly conduct, and all this type of stuff where disorderly conduct and all this type of stuff, right? And this is what these people got to go through, like a fucking summons. You get a pink summons, you get a summons, you got to go through this crap. Yeah, it's crazy. You got to do all this for a fucking summons. For a summons, guys. It's like, this is ridiculous. Your whole day for a summons. You gotta take out your whole day for a bullshit summons, and it's hot out here. What happened if you had like a sickness where you can't even stand the heat? Like, come on. Yeah, it's crazy. It's bullshit. And look at the people that's here, black and Latino. Black and Latino people are here. Crazy shit. Crazy shit. Let me make a call. Let me take a call. Wait. Yeah, Asian too, yeah. Yeah, once we... So I had to take a call. Like I said, yeah, it's just fucking crazy. It's just crazy, guys. Like Asian people, South Asian, black, Latino, few white people. But like I said, it's crazy. 500 people had to see tickets today. 500 people to see tickets today for what? Like bullshit. Like what? Most of the time is pissing on the wall. You gotta go. Disorderly conduct. If you're a protester. If you're a deliverista, I think I saw deliverista. You blow a red light, or you didn't signal a certain way. You was trying to get your quota, and then if like, or like what else you can get a ticket for? Fucking marijuana. Like it's just like selling water and shit. Like in the summertime, trying to make a fucking dollar. But this is the stuff we gotta go through. Look at the people, mostly black, Latino, and Asian. It's fucking racist shit. And you gotta say, I mean, like, yo, man, 500 people, guys. This is like really systematic shit right here. And it's all done by design, guys. All done by design, guys. All done by design. And like I said, and I think JQ gets upset about that. Like, oh, well, these guys deserve it. Like, yo, you don't want to be here. If you ever blow a red light, anybody blow a red light, for riding a fucking bike, a sidewalk, riding a bike down a sidewalk because you're trying to deliver some fucking food, and you got some thirsty ass, horny ass cop that want to fiending ass NYPD cop that want to get a quota, you got to go through here. This is where you got to go to see your judge. If you don't see a judge, you get a warrant for your arrest. A fucking warrant, man. And a lot of these guys, they're gonna really open themselves to the ice because, like, yo, and what happens is, like, what happened if Eric was to lose this mayoral race in November? Well, he's gonna put these ICE officers here. So you have to understand that it is way, way deeper than people think it is. And like I said, people go to court over some bullshit, over some complete bullshit. It's not even like they did something crazy. It's like, yo, if you pee on a wall, if you gotta go, unless you want to pay $50. But a lot of people, they can't afford the $50 because they're poor. And $50 is a lot of money. Okay, they do that. All right, fine. Then you gotta worry about. Okay, you piss on the wall. Okay, you pee on the wall, or you pee on the wall, or you pee on the wall, or what they call again? You pee on the wall. You smoke marijuana. You sell water without a vendor's license. It's hard to get a vendor's license in the city. Unless you're a veteran, you're not getting a vendor's license. Well, you're connected like I am, you don't get a vendor's license. I can't even get one, but let's say I probably can get one. But you can't even like get a vendor's license like that. You sell water, you try systematic racism that's going on over there. Like, let's say this guy right here, this Larissa right here, this guy right here, he would have a fucking helmet. But let's say this guy right here trying to make a fucking dollar, make a minimum wage, right? He's about to deliver some food. Oh, here's somebody. Let's say this guy right here was to get a ticket by the NYPD. He would get a Class C summons. He had to go over there with old people. Take out a whole fucking day, a whole day, bro, a whole goddamn day, a whole damn day, a whole day, a whole day, whole day just to see a fucking handle a goddamn ticket. It's crazy. Look at it. Yo, don't. See. He got a ticket for blowing the red light, cause some cops are horny. Like this guy too, like he'll get a ticket too. He gotta go to fucking court. Class C summons is right there. Gotta go to court. See a judge with some bullshit ticket. Crazy, man. But that's how it is, man. That's how it is in 2025. But yeah. But it's just crazy shit because like these guys and gals should not be going through this stuff. They shouldn't be going through this shit at all. But that's how the city makes money. And the thing is that they make money. They help their friends and boys and gals at the other agencies. And oh yeah, you get a ticket too. You go to see a judge if you max out on your IOU for Long Island Railroad and Metro North tickets, and you get IOUs so much, you get summons go to court for that too. So it's just some systematic bullshit that is happening here on purpose. But Intro 1135, like I said, the reason the mayor's going to veto the mayor's going to veto this stuff, like I said, it's just crazy shit what's happening. These guys, and look at this. This is City Hall Plaza. It's a fucking, yeah. Because they took all these guys, technically, they used to be on the bridge. But what happened was the mayor, because of certain people, he had to get them off the bridge. So now they forced to sell on the plaza. City Hall Park Plaza. So going forward in 2025, this minimum wage has completely did a lot of things to where it hurt everybody. Like I said, this person riding on a fucking sidewalk, supposed to be on a goddamn street. But the thing is that sorry about that. See, it's Faith Rally. Hello. Faith Rally? The Faith Rally, right? Was that a rally for the thing or a press conference or no? Oh, sorry about that. Sorry, I thought it was a press conference over there. Thank you. Yeah, you gotta be like real particular what the hell is going on over there, but it's whatever. All right, so going forward, like I said, 2025, let me think about 2025. Let me think. Oh, yeah, it's the mayor's office and shit over there. Oh, my bad. Sorry about that, 2020. If it was the mayor's office, then they real strict about real strict about who gets in. And I think I said the mayor's camera, so they was not letting me in that bitch. fucking hilarious. They're not letting me in. A lot of these little Muslim faith leaders over there. Like I said, probably another way the mayor to campaign on government time, shit like that, whatever. But going forward, when it comes to this minimum wage crap, this minimum wage stuff, Look what happened. You see the over there. Like I said, imagine if that was full delivery. I think it saw one. It was like the guy with the helmet. Like I said, that's what happens, guys. You go there, and it's like, look, what happened if Eric was to lose on November 4th, right? He's gonna spike those fucking people and say, look, let's start putting ice inside those little state courthouses and shit like that, and state courthouses, and let's put ice in those state courthouses, and let's do it like that. It's crazy shit. Crazy ass shit. So like I said, about 11:35, right? Like I said, the mayor is going to veto. I think they say there's rumors that the mayor is going to veto that bill, and I want to explain why the mayor is going to veto that bill. I'm going to explain why, and I will explain why. Because the reason the mayor is going to veto that bill. Sorry, let me just watch it over. Yeah. The reason the mayor is going to veto that bill is because he know that because the people that are really pushing that bill, they turned on him. They completely turned on Eric they turned on Eric like Lygia and all those people turned on Eric Adams. They completely turned on him. They turned on Eric. And they turned on the guy. So who the hell is coming here through the front? Oh, you have the Queen's DA right there. You have McMahon, you have Bragg, you have McMahon, you have Bragg, you have Belinda Katz over there. You have all the 3 DAs over there. And now I see why they wasn't letting me in. And I don't blame them. But I'm not mad at them. But you got Alvin Bragg over there. Yo, Bragg, thank you for arresting Dorka. Thank you for arresting Dorka, Bragg. Thank you for arresting Dorka. Thank you, Bragg. Thank you for arresting Dorka. Well, yeah, he arrested Dorka Reynoso. Bragg arrested Dorka Reynoso for hitting Raul, and he did the right thing for that because he didn't have to do that shit. I don't think that case, it might not go anywhere because Bragg is owned by the WP. The WP might intimidate him to not even go forward that case. I don't know. I pray he does, but I mean, because that was fucking wrong how Raul got treated. Raul had the right to heckle that rally. It's America. It's a freedom of speech, freedom of expression. But he had the right to he didn't attack fucking Mamdani. He didn't shoot the guy. He didn't slap the guy. He just fucking called him a piece of shit. And it's America. And I'm gonna say right now, look, it's America. You might not like something, you might like something, but America gives you the right to say that. You got a right to say that another person's a piece of shit. Like somebody called me that this past Saturday. I'm not mad because it's America. It's freedom of speech. It's America and it's freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. Hey, Jack. Hey, Jacqueline. Hey, what's up? Boy, Bragg is over there. Alvin Bragg is over there. Yeah, no problem. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, she's a bad. But like I said, so yeah, the day is what it is. But about intro 11:35, let's go back to this, right? Train of thought. So Jack Toro right there. Back to my train of thought. Okay, intro 11:35, right? Let's talk this bill. The mayor is going to. I think he's going to veto it, and I'm gonna explain why. Because the person that veto it, the person that is pushing it is Lygia Gulapa, and she turned on Eric. Like Eric was planning on giving her this Deliverista hub right here, this newsstand, knock it down, and turn to the Deliverista hub. And he's the one that signed the bill. They had a press conference this 2 years row celebrating the minimum wage, and then they didn't do it this year because she turned on him for Lander and Zohran. She turned on the guy. So what happened was if he vetoes the bill, it's because of them. But the thing about it is that the city council, hilarious thing is that The mayor vetoes this. Let's say the mayor vetoed the bill after stated. That'll be hilarious. All right, so let's keep it real, right? So the law is when it comes to city council bills being passed and veto is that when a city council passes a bill, right? The mayor has 30 days to veto, sign, or return the bill unsigned. That means if the third happens, and it happens a lot with this mayor because he's a jackass. This Eric is a dickhead. Eric is a dickhead. Then Eric is a dweeb. Then Eric is a dweeb. Then what happens is Eric, then the bill becomes law. So the mayor vetoes the bill. Let's say he waits till the 14th, like the next week, to veto that bill. Like on the day of stated or after stated. He has to the end of that day. On the 14th, he could veto it at 11:52 or 11:56. He could veto that bill at 11 o'clock. Let's give it 11 o'clock or 11 o'clock. But the speaker will find her way to say, oh, you gotta veto during business hour, 9 to 5, right? But the law says he has until the end of that day, 11:59 at the dot, to veto that bill. And if he doesn't veto that bill, if he vetoes the bill on April 14th, they're fucked. Because the city council members, they're on vacation. A lot of them are out of the state. They're on vacation. And that's what it is. They're on vacation, right? A lot of them are on vacation. They're just partying. They in Aruba, they in Korea, they all over the country. All over the country. So it'll be crazy that the speaker start calling every council member to say like, yo, let's say, all right, the 14th happens, right? And you got to go to stated. Everybody go to stated, right? Stated now, you got to go to stated. You go to stated and shit like that. And you go to stated. You done your stated. You have plans to leave New York City. Go to like Aruba, Cabo, Mali, everywhere. All over the place. Right? All over the place. Now, you know what happens now? It's like, all right, let's say I'm a council member. I do stated meeting. And I have a plan, like I'm leaving on the 16th to go to fucking Cabo. I pay my ticket. Yo, it'd be fucking crazy if the speaker called me up and say, so all DAs are there. All the DAs, so they probably had a little press conference over there. So all the DAs are over there, shit. All the DAs over there leaving. Fucking infected DAs. All right, so it'd be crazy if the DA, like, let's say like the DA, it'd be crazy if the what they call it again? The fucking speakers start texting everybody, calling, having their people call them like, y'all gotta come. Y'all gotta have a stated. Like, motherfucker, I'm in Cabo. Can we do it virtual? But that's what she might do. That's why, like I said, that's why a lot of them are bummed, because they, instead of them stupid up to say like, yo, let's not pass it. Let's not get these bills passed in the summertime. Let's not get these, hold on. Let's not get these bills passed in the summertime, knowing that everybody's out of fucking town. Everybody's out of town. They pass all the bills in the summertime, knowing that the mayor has the opportunity to veto all them shits. Especially he know that all those people that's passing those introduced bills to get passed turned on him. Like Shay Carr, Sandy Nurse, all of them turned on the guy. Now, that's what happened. But when it comes to Intro 1135, I think it's going to get vetoed. Because that's just a spite Ligia. It's just a straight spite Galapa. Ligia look up because she turned on him. And that's all it's about. That's why they can get mad all they can get mad all they want, but that's why you got to get turned on the guy. That's why when you're a non-profit, it's good to be neutral. It's good to be neutral, but the thing is, like, if you want $1 million of government money, you can't be neutral. You cannot be neutral at all. So basically right here, there's going to be, I think it's a rally over here, like a press conference about a land use application, because today is what do they call it again? Land Use Application Day, LDU Day. So over there, I think people are protesting a land use application over there. Today is a land use application day for city council, and yeah, it's just crazy shit. But it's like, look, I'm gonna keep it a buck, right? Keep it 100%, right? That these like I said, that bill might not go through. The mayor might veto it out of spite. He might veto that shit out of spite. Really do. Veto that bill out of spite. I'm not gonna be against it like that. I'm not gonna go crazy about it. But the mayor might veto it. But it'd be crazy, like I said. The speakers start calling everybody up saying like, yo, I know you got big case, but you gotta come out to New York City and re-veto this bill for Ligia and Sandy Nurse. Like, they were like, what? Are you a crack? Are you high, nigga? I mean, that's how they gonna be like, because they on vacation. That's why. Summertime, everybody on vacation. That's crazy, yo. All right, so yeah, going forward to 2026, 2025, it's yeah. Then you gotta worry about yeah, it's something like that with electric, like, because they usually have trucks. They have trucks out here and shit like that. And it's what it is. They have trucks out here and stuff, and yeah, it's just what it is. So 1031. Yeah, you have trucks out here. I think when the next stadium happens, you're gonna see a lot of trucks out here. They are campaigning about, and it's not, and Street Block got it. I think they got it wrong with that. There's no AstroTurf. It's just opposition, because if you understand about lobbying, it's not really AstroTurf. It's just straight opposition, straight up opposition. Like, because it's just like, to say that opposition is AstroTurf is bullshit. That's like saying like supporting bills is AstroTurf, and it's not AstroTurf. It's not AstroTurf. It's just fucking politics. It's lobbying in a nutshell. It's not AstroTurf. But the thing about it is that the thing about it is like, look, 1135. I think it looks the thing, like I said, the minimum wage. It looks good on paper, but the execution is gonna be bad. But the mayor's gonna veto that bill just because of, like, out of spite. That's all it's about. That's all it's about. Now, let me just call. This is 10:30 right now. I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna go back around. I'm gonna do a little swing around, but yeah. But yeah, at the end of the day, so yeah, going forward, this mayor, the reason, like I said, this mayor, yeah, it's like the mayor is retaliating. Eric is straight up retaliating. This is an e-bike right here that needs to be updated. This is like I said, Eric is just straight up retaliating against all the people that stabbed him in the back. Straight stabbed him in the back. Stabbed him in the back. Stabbed the guy in the back. And that's what's going on here. Is like Eric is just spiteful that everybody that backed him, that was supported him, and he supported, like Ligia and all those people, they stabbed him in the back for Lander and shit, and Zohran. And you know what I mean, and that's what's happened. And Eric is taking out everybody, and I feel bad because I'm the type of guy that I'm never gonna say like, oh yeah, fucking this and that. Like, no, if it's bullshit, I'm the type of person, like, even if I don't like a person, I will never ever dance to somebody else to the beat just to hate that, just to get back at that person. I'm not that type of guy. It was just like how what happened with the city council. I think I was the one that really put that speaker in a fucking place. Like, look, if you ever defund or go to the feds, I'll say, yo, if you defund that nonprofit because they're not backing for mayor, I'm going to the feds, because we all know what's happening. Know what's happening is that with the LDU people, like I said, I'm trying to make it right with them, because they actually do great work with the fucking they do great work with the day labor initiative, and I'm not gonna ever not. I never did. Anybody get say I never knocked that down. But the speaker, Adrian Adams, was an idiot because she's a jackass, and her favorite place to enter the city council is through the back door, through the back gate. She's a fucking idiot, and everybody, all the insiders know that she's a goddamn idiot. That's why they bet for mayor. That's why she got upset, because she thought that all the insiders was going to push her to put her in the same level as Zohran, and they didn't. And like, she go to back here. She's speaker's a piece of shit. Adriana Delao is a big time piece of shit. She go through the back gate without going through security protocol, which everybody is, even the deputy speaker of the city council, have to go to the gate. So like I said, guys, it's just like, it's just like, look at this. Yeah, so like I said, it's just like the speaker is a piece of shit, and she knows she's a piece of shit. So it's like, look, the mayor, like I said, the mayor is just taking everything out on everybody. He completely gave the small homeowners, the small business owners, the small homeowners, the finger when it came to the bins. Everybody got mad about that. The law is that if you own a building that's over 9 stories and above, you have to have like a specialized bin by auto. You have to buy a city bin. If you don't use that city bin, you get a fine. It's fucking bullshit. But the mayor is just spiting everybody to be that didn't back up for mayor. So when it comes to Intro 1135, that bill will be vetoed just to spite LDU. And the one thing that, like I said during last this past spring, I think April, and I got a John Orcutt face, whatever his name is, piece of shit, hates me. I got his fucking face in front of everybody. I got his fucking face in front of everybody. I got his. I will never take that back. Ever take that back. That look, you guys are not backing Eric Adams. So Streets Pack is read by John Orcutt. One of the chairs is Eric McClure, but the real person that really runs Streets Pack is John Orcutt. John Orcutt used to be the policy director for the New York City DOT a few years back. But this guy is a piece of shit, and I told him, I said, look, you guys don't want to back Eric for re-election. He's going to spite you guys every time he can get. And you know what happened? What the biggest loss they took? The biggest L? The biggest loss was that they lost Bedford Avenue. They lost Bedford Avenue, and that's it. You have this guy with an LDU sticker on. Crazy shit. But going forward, like I said, it's just like, look, like this intro, it's gonna really hurt more people. Like, that's what people gonna say. Like, that intro is really gonna hurt more people because it's not about the money, it's about the safety. Because these guys, let's say you do Instacart now, the people that run Instacart, they're gonna get the lowdown from they're gonna get the lowdown from Uber and DoorDash and Grubhub of how the hell y'all got around this shit. How the hell y'all able to stay in business while still paying those people minimum wage? Oh yeah, this is what we gotta do. This is what we did. We put quotas where if you gotta do a certain amount of deliveries per hour to a certain amount of deliveries per hour to get paid. And what you think those guys and gals are gonna start doing is they're gonna do the same shit and put the certain amount of hours to get paid. And we think it's gonna happen now. All those Instacart drivers going like, oh fuck, we got the schedules now. We get $21.44 after 8 hours, $21.44. Let's do the mathematics. Let me put on the stir for a second. Cause I have other business to handle. See the text. Calculator. Oh shit. 2144 times 8 equals $171.52. That's bullshit. So you make $171. They take away taxes in New York City. You're walking away about like 155, something like that, like 156 or 154. Depends on where you live at. Depending on the borough, you might get paid a little less money with the check. It's fucking crazy, right? If you live in, it's crazy bullshit, bro. Like $150 a day times 5. That's like, okay, $171 times 5 days equals $857. It's bullshit. There was a time when I used to do security. Those deliveries get paid that money like an hour, bro, like $100 an hour. They get to tip crazy an hour. Because the tips was crazy. You used to get tipped like crazy. And the guy lived on the tips because you don't tax on tips. That's the truth. So yeah, One Police Plaza right here. That's a big ass building. Like I said, yeah, it's just like some bullshit, bro. So like I said, yeah, it's just like, yo, you open an Instacart and shit. Instacart and stuff like that. Instacart. And yeah, these guys will be forced to do this stuff. And look what happens. These guys, if they get a ticket for blowing a red light, because they gotta do delivery in a certain amount of time, or they bust a red light. Crazy shit. They gotta go here, 16th floor. And I want nobody to go through this stuff. Nobody here to go through this stuff. It's just sad. And look at the people that are here. Mostly black. What's up, man? Black, Asian, and Latino. Few white people. But everybody know they're targeting. Black, Asian, Latino people. From the hood, from impoverished areas, knowing that they can't pay these fucking fees. It's just crazy, man. People like, oh, that's a lot of money to people, man. Like, in this city, there are people that are dirt shit poor. So it's like, come on. But that's what happens when, like I said, you gotta go to the 16th floor for a Class C summons when you blow your red light. When you're a e-bike rider and you go over 15 miles an hour. But that's what happens. And there's, like I said, guys, it's like, I don't want nobody to go through that shit. Even my worst enemy can go to that shit. It's just not worth it, man. It's like, it's not worth taking out your whole fucking day for an e-bike or blowing a red light. But you know who complained was Jessica Tish moms. Jessica Tish is the police commissioner mom. And she complained, so the commissioner like, yo, like, fuck it. Let's just give out Class C summonses where everybody know it hurts the poor. But that's what's gonna happen until level 35. Crazy shit. So going forward, guys, yeah. But like I said, it's like they used to have some other shit. But fly e-bike, them shit's really not good in the first place. Like they're gonna get rid. They go out of business, which is good. Blowing a red light. Crazy, man. But yeah. But it's crazy shit. Like I said, it's just like, yo, it's like, look, intro 1135. The bill is not good on paper. It's bullshit. Because it's going to hurt everybody in the process. It hurts the customer, hurts the barista. And like I said earlier in the video, that the people that really run the show are the nonprofits. The nonprofits run the show in New York City. And the elected officials only listen to the nonprofits and the unions. The unions is behind LDU. They're behind them. And to make it clear that the unions own the politicians. The politicians are scared of the unions. The politicians get on their knees for the unions. They gush over the unions. And that's what it is. So yeah, at the end of the day, guys, it's like, yo, hey, what's up? Oh, my bad. I bugged out. I'm good. Bugged out. I'll see. I'll get things. Okay, bye. Fucking butt dial people. Yeah, I'm texting some people. Yeah, like at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, at the end of the day, yeah, I mean, look, it's just what it is. So I want to get to another topic. I know it's like 56 minutes in. I'm on to talk about this other topic, right? About Zohran Mamdani, right? About last night, about National Night Out. So yesterday, I didn't attend National Night Out, and I'm gonna explain why this year. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't busy. I just didn't feel like attending this year because the thing about National Night Out is that a majority of these politicians, they don't care about cops unless it's time for the photo op. A lot of these politicians are some of the most anti-cop politicians you could ever meet and ever want to know in the city. And it just does everybody a disservice when National Night Out. And I saw the speech via Mamdani's speech at National Night Out via DBS page and King AOK's page. And Mamdani said what he said before at the 32BJ visual press conference for Mr. Alana Tinney, rest in peace, Alana Tinney, that NYPD shouldn't be attending to mental health crisis phone calls. Well, I think it's not a wise idea to ever rescind that from the NYPD because what happens is that the NYPD they supposed to do more things. They could do more. They supposed to mental health crisis. People don't understand until what's up, man? Until you ever have like people experience a breakdown, like a mental health breakdown. You'll never know how it is to experience a real mental health crisis. I never had one in my life. Thank God I never did. But there are people that actually go through a fucking breakdown, like a real mental health breakdown. And we need cops to really help address those situations. Two things, like I said, that need to be addressed more with the NYPD is domestic violence, because you never know what happens behind that door, and mental health crisis. But like Mamdani, I think that Mamdani has changed. And I'm not trying to say he's disingenuous. I think that this mayor thing, and the fact that he knows he's going to become mayor, and now it's no longer the primary, and you got to understand that the primary is over. Cuomo was done. That he is forced to meet people and mingle with people that deep inside his heart, he wouldn't invite them out to dinner. He would have given them the time of day. But when you're now the mayor, about to be the mayor of New York City, and it's really a life-changing thing for the guy because he's 33. You know, people, they recruit him to run, and they help him defeat Cuomo. And with Mamdani, with Zohran Mamdani, is that the whole thing changed the man. And I don't think that it's changed him. And it's sad because I think he's a good guy. I think that Zohran Mamdani is a good guy with a great heart. It's just like politics changes people. This stuff changes people's lives. It can change, like when you have power like that, like as Mamdani, you could break people and make people, you could make lives and change lives. Myself in general, and I want to explain this about myself, is that I've been doing this media thing for about 4 years now. Let's say about 4 years, since 2021, 2025 now. I think in a few weeks will be my anniversary with this shit. And throughout my 4-year journey of doing media, doing this little activism stuff, you know, I met thousands of people, thousands and thousands of people, thousands of people, thousands. I wish I could meet 10,000 people, but I met thousands of people in this stuff. Created a lot of relationships, built a lot of relationships, built a lot of relationships, created a lot of relationships, broke a lot of relationships, everything you can think of. And I'm gonna tell you this right now, and I know about Mamdani, he's young like I'm young, and I can say right now, and he's been the same for 4 years, like I've been 4 years, that it changes people. This politics can really change a person's life. And what happened with Mamdani was he is now, I think he's seeing like the real New York City in a nutshell. He's seeing the real New York, to where like the stuff that he really want to do to really change those lives, that he want to change because he really care about this stuff. He really care about free buses and free child health care and give every new mother a maternity basket, free child health care. And I believe in that. Should be like that, where why should pay for fucking babysitter? It's crazy. But he cares about this stuff. Zohran Mamdani cares about this stuff. He cares. He cares about this politics. He cares. Unlike the others who care about lining their pockets up. But it changed him. This stuff completely changed him. He starts seeing, when he won the primary, that the people that really have the sway in the city are the people that, like, there's some garbage people. There's some shitty ass people. And when it comes to Mamdani, he sees that now. He saw like, man, that these people are some shitty ass people, man. And you have to mingle with them, because as much he wanna really say, I'm gonna replace old motherfuckers, put my people in this bitch, he can't. He's mingling with Sharpton. You think Sharpton's gonna allow him to really replace his people out of those parts in his jobs and spots to put his DSA for? You think Sharpton's gonna allow Mamdani to replace his people and put the Brandon West in this shit? No. Or the Shabazz Stewarts or the what's his name, Austin Celestins of this shit? No. You think he's gonna? You think like some of the Jewish organizations gonna allow them to be replaced by J Fresh? No. You think like some of the Muslims are gonna be? No, they're not. By Drum and Bapa and all. You think they're gonna allow that? No, Bop and all. No. They're not gonna allow that stuff. They will never allow it. So of course, a lot of them are now clinging on to his campaign and saying that, oh, we support you. Oh, we want you to be mayor. They sucking his dick. They do all this wild shit because they trying to stay relevant. They're trying to stay relevant. That's what they care about. It's trying to stay relevant. That's all they care about. They're trying to stay relevant. That's all about 2025. They're trying to stay relevant in this shit. That's all it's about. They trying to stay relevant, and that's what they care about. So, yeah. All about trying to stay relevant at all costs. And that's what they care about. They just stay relevant. So these guys and gals, like the Sharptons and all these clowns, they know. They just trying to stay relevant, and that's it. That's all they care about. Just trying to stay relevant. So it's just like, Zohran see this stuff. Zohran see this. And people don't understand, like, I like that guy. That's my guy. And I know, because it changed me. It changed me. I never knew that I'll be able to do all this shit in 4 years. Record time. How many lives did I change for the best and then for the best and for the worst? I never knew that. I never knew this. It's like that. So the thing about him is like, yeah. So yeah, it's just what it is, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go upstairs to this land use committee hearing, and yeah, it's going a lot. So let me turn. Oh, it feels good in here. What's up, man? What's up, man? What's going on, bro?
What's up?
Doing good, man. Like, it was good, man. Chilling, man. Yeah. See land uses today. Get my ID out. Morning. Morning. How you doing? 416? You good? Yeah, 416. Yeah. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. What's up, bro?
Really? That's where that came from.
What's up, man? What's up, bro? 12th floor. So we go 416. Floor, sorry about that, guys. 416, G10. 416, G10.
16. Serving floor
Okay.
16.
Today is land use day. Land use day.